Guys, what an absolutely crazy of a day here in terms of just seeing how the leaderboard is shaking out now for this snowy spider spectacle. So in case you guys haven't seen the earlier event videos that have been made, there is an ongoing event right now for snowy spider spectacle, but this event is really made popular because it's the first time that we're seeing these new diamonds being released for Apocalypse. And as you can see here, some obviously shards of Spider Slayer, but you know, getting as high as the top 50, you will be getting a 3 diamond here. But it's crazy to see, guys. These leaderboard points are absolutely unbelievable. As you can see, some of these players just heads and shoulders above the normal. They're spending a lot of money, and I was just honestly just doing some quick math here because, you know, I like looking at this sort of thing and just seeing how the game is trending. But I mean, my goodness, even the top 100 right now is clearing north of 250 million points, guys. I mean, that's astronomical here. You know, so shout out to, you know, all these players that do put money into the game, because obviously you got to have both in the community, right? You have to have the free-to-play community that obviously wants to play the game, that creates that community aspect. But then you also have these massive whales and krakens in the game that honestly keep the game afloat. So gotta give shout out where credit is due, because of the fact that, you know, they're the reason where you know, this game's getting constant updates and patches and so forth. But I was just curious, guys. I actually did do some math here real quick, because if you look here at the top player, being Evdog here, and again, huge shout out to him, just again giving back to the game. His 1.4 billion points. I was really curious, you know, how many offers you would actually need to get to that point, but as well the gold spending, right? So keep in mind, there is only a 30 million maximum here for incursion, and then really the rest of it's coming from the spending of gold. So you can really get a good sense of how much gold a player has put into the game. But as well, keep in mind, there's obviously that extra additional from the augmented orb. So we're just going to keep it simple from a gold spending perspective. Even if you back out the 30 million from the 1.4 billion that you see here, my goodness, all these players north of 900 million. It's pretty insane. If you go to the supplies here and then to the offers, I mean, this is really where you can get a bulk of the milestone points getting added here. So if you guys are interested in adding back to the game as well, and obviously maximizing on this milestone for an opportunity for Apocalypse Diamond, this is how you can do so, right? There's some really good offers here that do capitalize obviously on the points, but as well as kind of your best bang for buck. You know, and overall they're actually pretty similar. I mean, I was just doing some quick math here. For example, anyways, for me, it's Canadian price, right? So $129.99 would net you 30 million points plus the 12 million, which can obviously convert to points as well. So this one's not bad. It's like a it's about $3 per 1 million gold when you actually math it out correctly. This one doesn't repeat as well, so it's definitely one of the better ones. We got another one here below here that's $69.99 for the 14 million points plus 5 million. So this one's a little worse. It's actually at 3.7 when you do the math. So this one's not as good as this one, but obviously they like to give value for the bigger spenders, right? Now, as you go down, there's just a multitude of these different offers going lower and lower here, and I mapped it all out, guys. I grabbed this one. There's obviously 2 purchases that you can make there. There's a couple purchases you can make for this one. This one's the Incursion Energy one. I wouldn't recommend it if you guys are already power coring, and the 600 Incursion Energy can help for sure, but just the gold that you see above, it's just better value if you guys are planning to spend. There's another one here that's pretty notable for the same price, the 129.99 that we saw above. Difference is that actually just gives you more raw points and gold, so it gives you a little bit more autonomy there if you guys want to maximize your value. But this one, the one key difference with this one is that you can actually purchase it 10 times in total. So yes, you can actually spend $1,300 total here, guys, if you were to renew this 10 times. So I also factored that into my math. This is just curiosity, right? There's another one here down here. And oh, by the way, guys, this one is a good value one. It's actually better than the first offer. but pretty darn close if you guys are just mathing it out. 49.99 here for 17 million points in total when you add the 8 million gold as well. And again, 10 times, and you can do the same thing here. This one's for 7.5. Not as good value as the higher ones, because again, you just get more value if you're spending a little bit more. And then we also have this 39.99 one giving you just a raw amount of 15 million. So not as good as the other ones obviously here, but I mean overall all of them do add up. And what I did is I added all the amounts up, and if you guys wanted to take a guess how much that would be, it's pretty insane, guys. Adding up everything, assuming you can max it out right now, it only gets you at 755 million points, around there, pretty darn close, and then around $2,300. That's what it's costing to hit the 755. So that means right now, guys, if we go back to the milestone here, that means every one of these players here, up until this, I'm going to use that benchmark of 755, right? Everybody north of I would say the top 10 have spent at least, you know, $1,500 to $2,000, and then obviously EvDog is just heads and shoulders above everyone. He's doubled the points I calculated, which means it transcends the point total. So absolutely crazy numbers here. It's very likely, and keep in mind too, this event's happening for another 4 days, so I only expect these numbers to keep on growing. But pretty surreal numbers that we're seeing in the game, guys. This sort of thing does pique my interest, because I'm always curious, you know, where the trend and direction of the game is good. I like seeing this because it tells me that people are still willing to spend in the game, which means it is growing, and obviously having that revenue is obviously a welcome sign for Boundless and Scopely, especially when they want a game to grow and continually have updates. So again, it's always interesting to do this kind of analysis and get some perspective, because we haven't seen a gold spending event like this in quite some time, and just to get a relative context of, you know, how the spenders are feeling in the game. So overall, Apocalypse is looking pretty hot right now for some of these top spenders. Yeah, but just an entertainment video for you guys in case you're interested in how it's going. But overall, looking really healthy, looking good. Good luck in your guys' event. Again, make sure you're capitalizing on the incursion energy. Make sure you guys are using your gold. Set a budget each day if you're trying to conserve, but otherwise I expect nonetheless from these top spenders and whales in the game. Thank you as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.